Hello, this is Tracie Barton-Barrett again. This video I'm going to be talking about pet loss in children. It's difficult enough to lose a beloved animal as an adult, but it can be even more difficult as a child. One of the most important things to remember is that the death of an animal is usually the child's first experience with death. So they're looking to the adults around them on how to navigate that experience. The other thing is that when you're talking to children about the death of an animal, to not only really listen, but also to use the word died, especially if they're over the ages of 3, 4, in some situations, use the word died. So for example, um, I'm sorry, sweetie, that Fluffy died, and then say to the child, they're not coming back. So there's a sense of permanence there. So I'm sorry, honey, Fluffy died. We're not going to be able to see Fluffy again, but we can remember Fluffy. What's your favorite memory of Fluffy? Doing that sort of discussion can be helpful. Another thing to remember is that you might actually prepare yourself to have this discussion with the child, and you bring them over and hug them and say, I have some sad news about Fluffy. Fluffy died today. We're not going to see Fluffy. And the child's there, okay, can I go outside and play? And you're there with a knife to your heart, like, I was preparing for this. So just remember, if they really do want to go outside, just to let them do their thing, but that they know they can come back. That's the most important thing. They can come back and talk with you. So they have that safety that's been created by you. The other thing, too, is that a lot of children don't have the words or the vocabulary to share how they're actually emotionally feeling. So sometimes, and a lot of times in children, it'll come out in somatic ways, either in bad dreams, headaches, stomach aches, maybe children that were previously potty trained are starting to regress a little bit. So just being aware of those types of things after a child or a grandchild or children in your life have experienced the loss of an animal. So I want to read a little bit from my book, Buried Deep in Our Hearts, that looks at this connection that we have with our animals. And this particular chapter deals with one of the main characters, Bryn, and her son, Ethan. They have just recently lost their dog, Tucker. And now they have a boxer dog named Ace, and Olaf is the name of their cat. Bryn finally found I'm on page 224 if you actually have the book. Bryn finally found some comfort on her right side with a pillow between her knees. As she and sleep almost reunited, she heard a tiny voice pierce the night. Mommy? Bryn sat straight up and saw the top of Ethan's head. The height of the bed dwarfed him. Ace, their boxer, jumped down to the floor to greet him, bottom wiggling. Olaf, their cat, stretched out her body on the pillows. Oh, Bud, did you have another accident? Do you need to go to the bathroom? Bryn asked. No, but will Big Monster go away? His wet and wrinkled fingers muffled his words. Bryn exhaled in relief, reaching out her arms to him. Yes, the big monster is gone now, and he won't be back. She hoisted him on the side of the bed, pulling up his Toy Story pajama bottoms. She was relieved to feel they were dry. Bryn adjusted her pillow under Ethan's head, bringing the pillow by her knees to under her head. Not one to be left out, Ace jumped back up on the bed to join his family. Ethan exhaled and smiled. Mommy? Yes, Bud. Will God give Tucker food and water? Yes, God will give Tucker all the food and water he wants, she said, wrapping her arms around her little boy. Kissing the top of his head, she had forgotten how soft his fine hair was and enjoyed the calming fragrance from his shampoo. And will God give him his squeaky teddy? Squeaky Teddy's sad. Bryn smiled. Yes, God will give him another squeaky teddy from heaven. From the corner of her eye, Bryn saw the sides of Ethan's mouth rise up. In fact, God has even better squeaky toys than we have here on Earth. Will we? Yeah, really. And Mommy? Yes. Will God remember? Give Tucker food and Squeaky? No want Tucker be sad. He will we miss his living in our house. Yes, God will remember. We miss him living in our house too. Bryn held him closer and began gently humming. Mommy? Hmm? When God give Taco back? Bryn stopped humming. You said God needed him now, but when will he be back? Well, Bryn cleared her throat. But, what Mommy meant to tell you is that Tucker died. Die? Yeah, Bud, Tucker died. That means he won't be back. But you said... Ethan's face began to crinkle, and tears welled up in his eyes. I know, I'm sorry. God gonna take Ace? Ethan asked, pointing at the bottom of the bed, whimpering. Don't want him to take him. Oh, that'll be a long time. Long time? Yes, but guess what? What? Ethan sniffed. We can think about Tucker and remember him. We now have another guardian angel, and God and Tucker are having a wonderful time together, Bryn assured. Will we? Ethan asked, using the back of his hand to wipe both of his eyes. And Tucker wants us to love Ace and Olaf and take care of them. And also, you know what? What? Tomorrow when you wake up, we can draw a picture of Tucker, and we can pray and tell God that Tucker needs his toys. Ethan smiled again, his soft arms wrapped around Bryn's neck. Then he furrowed his brow. Mommy, he asked. Yeah? I have to go back to bed? Bryn sat up on her elbow and looked at his face. No, she kissed his head again, appreciating his tiny forehead and fine hair even more. No, you can stay here with me. Ethan's face brightened, clapping his tiny hands above both of their heads. Ethan yawned. Miss Tucko lots. I miss him too, Bud. He was a very good dog, she cleared her throat. So let's sing our song about Tucker. Bryn and Ethan sang, Tucko is the best Tucko in the whole wide world. He's the best Tucko in the whole wide world. Bestest Tucko in the whole wide world. Ethan yawned again. He my best friend. Ethan drifted off, finding dreamland. Giving him a gentle squeeze, Bryn rolled her son over onto his belly. He slept through the night, which is more than she could say. So I thought this was a good chapter showing a good way to have a discussion with a child that has any questions. So for the children that are and grandchildren and nieces and nephews, and maybe you're a babysitter or you take care of children in some form or fashion, I'm hoping this was helpful for you. I will see you next time. Bye.